Going live in 3, 2, 1. All right, what is going on, guys? It is Adam aka Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. Some really, really big changes over the weekend, of course, in the world, and some pretty scary things happened. Again, we're going to talk about some really, really, really freaky stuff that has gone down on our next show. In fact, right after this, you'll definitely want to look for the Marfoogle TV show. We're going to talk about the president and Elon. Both have a lot of scary stuff happening right now. And of course, that was predicted by many. They think that, both of these guys really need to watch over their shoulders. But we'll talk about that shortly. In the meanwhile, of course, you have Mark Carney winning this the right to go up against and to try to go be the next Prime Minister of Canada. Now, this guy in general, we have talked about him before because he is quite a globalist himself. In fact, he is the ex-Bank of Canada and Bank of England governor and king of the globalist himself. So this guy is no joke. Like, a lot of people were hoping to get something different, but they're kind of getting much of the same with Mark Carney. Now, over the last 24 to 48 hours, everybody has been talking about this on X, especially Canadians. Canadians are not happy in the most part. There are some, you see very, very little of it, that are happy about this. Of course, many are like saying, hey, it's not Trudeau, so it's better than nothing, right? But again, really don't know about that. Again, the numbers ended up that he ended up taking it and kind of sweeping it for the ability to run for the next prime minister. So, yeah, not too many people are happy about that. Now, before we go into this oil tanker, this tanker that sank, and now they're questioning foul play, I do want to remind you guys, make sure to go get yourself an EMP shield. This is a device that will allow you to get home to your family or allow you to get out and bug out if we ever get struck with an EMP. An EMP strike from an adversary, they say it would knock out 90% of us in the first year. That is because without infrastructure, all of us would not have water and we would not have fuel, we would not have anything. So if there is a chance of that, which the government is preparing for it, there's executive orders trying to prepare us for this, then it would highly be recommended that if they're doing it quietly, for you to do it loudly. Go over to marfooglenews.com/EMP. You can easily wire this into your cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, generators, gas, and of course solar, and of course your home. There's many more devices for many more things, even your ham radio. So go check it out. You will get $50 off per device with the code MARF, and you will be helping yourself out in the event of an EMP or even a Carrington level event. In a solar event, this will also protect you from marfooglenews.com/EMP, code MARF. All right, let's bring in my co-internet brother, Dex James. What is going on, and how are you doing today?
Hello, Adam, and hello, Foogle fam. I'm doing just fine.
So, again, we're going to talk about a lot of the really, really scary stuff a little bit now, but let's talk about the time bomb fuses on oil tankers detonating explosions. Let's talk about this piece.
Yeah, so they're saying that there's these, I guess, mines. They're magnetic mines that are being put on oil tankers, and they're going off days or weeks after they have left the Russian ports. And they're suggesting that there are parts and passages where these vessels are going through that are slow enough that they think that a diver possibly could use a small vessel and approach the vehicle and then put a mine device on it that's timed that would go off later. And it's a limpet mine, and that the tankers are then having these incidents with them many miles or much longer distance away from shore from where they took off from Russia. And of course, obviously they're suggesting, they don't have any proof, but they didn't name Ukraine directly, but they think that Ukraine is the highly likely that it's the actor behind potentially what's going on here. And they're suggesting that this is an increasing threat to the Russian oil tankers.
Now, as far as some of the tankers are believed to be used by Vladimir's Putin regime to bust sanctions imposed on Russia for his 3-year war in Ukraine. So whatever may be happening right now, again, these are possible escalations. These are things that could really be used against either party to really kind of ratchet things up at a time when we're all being told that there's going to be deals signed or that there's going to be peace or some sort of negotiations being done. Of course, it's all a bunch of BS. We all have to watch over our shoulders at this point because right now is the craziest time in history. And then we have the Sterna Immaculate crash off of the UK sparks security fears as U.S. not ruling out foul play. The Oval Office says it has not ruled out foul play being the cause of the sudden sinking of the oil tanker Stena Immaculate in the Humber estuary after a collision with another ship. The U.S.-flagged MC Stena Immaculate was anchored off the Humber estuary in Hull when it was hit by the So Long cargo vessel around 10 a.m. this morning. Both crews abandoned ship at the time of the crash, which has caused a huge fireball off the British coastline. Now, when you first hear like, oh, a boat hit another boat, you might think, oh, okay. But this thing, it is a fireball like you've never seen. This thing is huge. Again, this is one of the images of the explosions, and it is absolutely nuts. So they are saying that this has not been ruled out as foul play, that this is something, are we about to see over the next couple weeks a bunch of boat incidents? If the pattern holds, like we've seen, a bunch of events where people ran up on sidewalks, or a bunch of things where people go into churches, or a bunch of things all in 2 months' time going into grocery stores, it's like, are we now going to see a bunch of boat-related huge incidents? It always seems like these people are not very creative. Like whoever is running the show in the shadows, it's like their one-track mind can only do one Fantastic Freddy at a time. But again, what is your opinion? Let me know in the comments down below. Now we're going to go over and talk in the next show, which you have to follow us. If you're in the chat, just stay there. We're going to be talking about the president at risk, and we're going to be talking about Elon at risk. His platform just went down, a major outage. He just confirmed that it was a DDoS attack against the whole platform. But much more than that, people are actually attacking some of his dealerships. Fire, boom, right in the back of trunks of Teslas. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute. If you want to follow us over to that show, just look for this thumbnail in just a few moments. If you're watching the replay, you can always find it on our website over the news tab. And again, March 10th, all you have to do is sit in the chat and you'll be ported over. If you're watching replay, click on that link on marfooglenews.com. All right, you guys, we'll see you in just a minute. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out.